Nine of Swords. This just feels like burnout. It feels like overthinking. It feels like being in a cell of your own creation is what I'm hearing. It's like, you see, like, these are her thoughts keeping her, trapped in this bed. But it's like, she can get up at any time. She can change her thoughts to change her vibration, all of that. It's like she doesn't have to be stuck here, but she may not know that, or she may have forgotten. It might just have been too overwhelming in the moment to remember. So it's like, let me know if I'm rubbing my mic or anything to where you can't hear me. But it's like she needs to remember that she always has a choice. Like we were just saying, at the end, the choice is yours. Like, things are going to show up. Things can be scary as they want to be. But it's like, at the end of the day, you have the power to decide what has an impact on you and what doesn't. So yeah, definitely take that power seriously and utilize it. Don't just be at the mercy of everything that shows up in your experience. Everything that shows up shouldn't be able to get a reaction out of you, period. Like, because imagine that, like, you'd always be feeling crazy, you'd always be feeling chaotic, because there's always something, there's always something being thrown into your orbit. There's always someone showing up with a problem. There's always, people acting, weird, or you're in public and people are doing things that are, like cutting you off or bumping you and not saying sorry. Like, there's always little things like that you could really get mad about all day, every day. You could have a problem and be dissatisfied with all day, every day, but it's like, why would you choose that? Like, none of it's personal. Like, that person doesn't know you, so it's not like they hate you or they don't respect you. They don't know you. So it's like, oh, they bumped you and didn't say anything. Oh, well, like, my energy's too valuable to sit here and get mad at someone, and they don't even care. They're gone. They took off, and it's like, now you're sitting here in a bad mood and you're allowing it to, change your experience and allowing you to put you in a negative vibration, and now you're putting that negativity other places, and now you're in a bad mood, and that's impacting other people. And it's like, okay, when that happened, yes, that was them, but then you decide to take that on and carry it with you, and it's like, why do that? You don't have to. So it's like, leave those things where they're at. Like, hey, leave the energy right where they bumped you at and didn't say sorry. Like, okay, and leave it right there. Don't take it with you. It doesn't have to impact the rest of your day. It doesn't have to impact anybody else. It doesn't even have to impact you. You always have a choice, and it comes down to mindfulness. And I'm hearing meditate, because in meditation, continue as a practice, as you continue to do it, it really lengthens the time, the little space between stimulus and response. And in that space, you get to choose. And that's one of the biggest things I've realized with meditation. It's like, you get to choose. Because I know, and a lot of times, maybe somebody will bump you, and next, you're already pushing them, or, and now you're in the middle of a thing just off a reflex reaction. It's like, you didn't consciously choose that. That was your response, and now you're in the middle of it. And it's like, whatever happens next, it's too late. Like, you didn't get to choose, like, I'm going to be the bigger person this time and walk away. It's like, now you're in it. So now it's like, whatever they choose to do, if they escalate it now, it's a whole thing. But with meditation, I've realized, like, whether it comes to pain responses, when it comes to like triggers and things like that, that space in between stimuli and response gets bigger. So it's like, I might feel like, if I touch a hot stove, like, I'm gonna feel, it's not gonna be, it'll be kind of like a second where I feel the heat, and it's like, oh, and I can just move it, and consciously, without it having to be this big painful thing, like, and or like, even when I get triggered or somebody says something, because we all have our triggers, we have our little things, our tics, I feel it. I feel the response in my body, and it's like, I'm aware of it before it has its way with me. I'm not just like, what the heck? And then now I'm, combative or defensive and like in fight or flight before I even realized I was triggered, So it's like, yeah, mindfulness and meditation, all that is such a tool in helping you get the most out of your walking experience. I know with meditation kind of gets this rap as like, oh, it's a hippie thing, or like high vibes or mystical experiences, but it has a really grounded and impactful way in your walking life and the grounded parts of your life as well, not just the super spiritual stuff. Everything is spiritual, but yeah, I'm feeling really called to drive that part home to you, is that, yeah, meditation has a lot of benefits, and not just the stuff out here, but really in just your walking life. So definitely look into it. Yeah, I'm a big meditation advocate, so I'll talk to you about meditation all day, every day. And I know like meditation alone could really help people in so many areas of their life because it really bleeds into everything. Mindfulness practices and presence and all that impacts every part of your life. So it's like there's not too many issues I see people have that they come to me and I'm like, meditation wouldn't help with that, you know? It may not be the only thing or the be all end all of help, but it'll definitely set you on your way. And through meditation and all that, it'll lead you to whatever answers else you need, you know? But yeah, go meditate, please. And you'll see why. And one of my mentors told me a few years ago, I had already been meditating and been pretty consistent, but it helped me in like trying to get other people to do it or, you know, making it reasonable for them. She was like, do it for 30 days. Don't judge it. Don't sit there and, you know, decide whether it's working or not for 30 days. Every day for 30 days, no matter what. And at the end of the 30 days, then decide. And that's so true because it is a practice, you know. I feel like people typically go into meditation, they try it once or twice, and then they decide it's not for them because their mind won't quiet or their mind's racing and all that. And it's like, that's exactly why you need it. And that's where the practice begins. It's not in just the easy stillness in meditation. It's once the thoughts start to come in where you start to, you know, feel the fatigue as your mind starts to get busy because it's sitting still. That's where the practice begins. So if that's where you quit every single time, understand that you're never going to see the benefits of it. That's exactly when you need to turn it up. Just like in the gym, if you're pushing weights, you don't sit there and as soon as you feel a little resistance, you stop, like, okay, I'm done. Because like that's where the work is. That's where the muscle's being broken down to be built up stronger. And once you start to feel that resistance, every rep you do after that where you're pushing and you're like that's where you're growing stronger. So understand that with meditation, once your mind starts to race and you're like, damn, like this is starting to be a little difficult. I keep having to pull my mind back. Keep going. Every time you do it, boom, you're getting better. And it's like, do that for 30 days, and I promise you will see the difference, and you will understand it, and it will be enough to sustain you until, you know, the rest of your life or whatever your journey is with it. But if you don't see it through, then you won't know, and you'll feel like, oh, it's just not for me, but it is for you. And the more it feels like it's not for you, the harder it is, the more you need it. And remember, if you're new to it, you spent 20-something years, 30-some years, 40-some years, 50-some years not meditating at all. So understand that in one day, 2 sessions, 3 sessions, you're not gonna just magically be a whole new person like that. So give it some time, 30 days, 60 days if you're really determined, you know. And I promise you from there, you'll get it. And it's like, you won't need anything else because you'll just understand, you'll continue it because it is that impactful. Yeah, hell yeah. No, I'm proud of you. I'm telling you, every meditation session you commit to and do, it does so much. And it's like being consistent is everything. And it's like, even when you don't see it immediately, I'm telling you, do it every day. And it doesn't have to be 15, 30 minutes, 2 hours. Like, if you're just starting, whatever, you can do 2 minutes. There's apps like Headway and Balance where you can change the time. It's like, do 2 minutes a day. Do 2 minutes a couple times a day, whatever works for you. And it's like, you don't have to block off all this time in the beginning because understand that 2 minutes is going to do wonders. Because, you know, most of us aren't sitting still at all. Our mind is moving from when we wake up to when we go to sleep. So understand that 2 minutes of mindfulness practice will do a lot, and you'll notice a difference. So start there. And if there's nobody who can say they don't have 2 minutes to give it. Like, do it when stack it with something else. Habit stacking might be significant as well. Like, add it to something else you already do. Like, let me think. Something that's a reward for yourself. You know, if someone who, you know, likes to smoke, you could be like, all right, every time I go to smoke or whatever, I'm going to do a meditation before. And then the smoking can become a reward at that point. And not only will that help it stick, it'll also change your, you know, it'll make the smoke session even better too. Because like, wow, you earned it, you did something, you stacked the meditation habit on it. And then you went further into the relaxation with the smoking. So it's like, and that's just one example. If you don't smoke, it could be whatever you find, you know, you do for yourself. If you watch, you know, your Netflix shows at the end of the day, you could be like, all right, I meditate before I watch it, you know, and whatever you need to do to build that relationship to it. And making it a reward and tying it to a reward is perfect. You know, it'll help it stick and help you be consistent for sure. But yeah, you know, I guess it's Meditation Monday, the way I'm feeling called to just keep elaborating. But